do not approve of the shooting in the subway, but more so I don't approve of a society that's playing stupid about the root causes, that refuses to come together to do the right thing, but comes together to target people. So we look at Frank James, right? One of my channels is called James Jackson. His look isn't that different from mine in some key ways, okay? Obviously I'm not gay, and he looks a lot more gay than I do, and even after they edit my videos. I have over 22 witnesses to people targeting me. We see the King's Highway as a significant name where he's entering the subway or something. You see the N-line train, the N train, right? The N-word, okay? King N-word, right? I'm the King of Kings. I have a 9-year top martial arts challenge that makes me the King of Kings, whether you look at it from an Egyptian perspective, a universal martial art perspective, a pharaoh perspective, or universal qualities of a king. Mighty, the reason why a king wears a sword, single combat, Achilles versus Hector, David and Goliath, Black Panther movie, so on and so forth. Okay. Now, some of you are confused about a certain issue. Let me clarify. In prison, gangs often, and they're known for, having a fist fight to signal other gang members that it's time to do a hit or to send a signal, okay? Often the codes must be related to the time of day, the, what level they're on, what, are they on the, the tier, they're related to various things. How many people are attacked? There's more than one way to send coded messages, okay? And this is a common one. So when we look at this guy from New York, okay, obviously he's familiar with the rougher areas and almost certainly familiar with gang members, prison gang members, and almost certainly there's FBI types involved, okay? What we see going on here is psychological operations for sure. It has been verified for quite a bit of time. All the government has to say for itself is they put out some misinformation, put out some articles, New York Times, Vice, News. It's clear cut this stuff is happening. I have over 22 witnesses to the psychological operation against me. Now we see in the Bible the parable of the tenants, which is the most important parable in the whole Bible. Also known as the parable of the wicked husbandman. I cite this often in my videos. It said, last of all, they sent his son. And they said they will respect him. Why? Because the Lord is a warrior, like father, like son. Okay, you know them by their fruit. The tree of the warrior tree is the top martial artist. I'm set apart as God's son. Moral, universal pinpointing, moral precision. I still have yet to hear anyone else use that phrase. Focused moral intensity, because they're too busy playing a theater arts game, playing a, balance good with evil bullshit game, and so on and so forth. Okay. So if I'm given my rightful place, okay, people will respect me. If the government works with me, okay, the violence will stop. Okay, you got to stop being so selfish. Start looking at it in terms of your offspring. Start looking at it in terms of the right thing to do. Okay, the rich have like $60 trillion. They don't want to pass my war on poverty plan. Okay, which over like 5 years wouldn't even redistribute like a 1/300th of their wealth. Okay, it's less than $5 on average for less than millionaires a month. Okay. Which some of you would pay like $2 a month, and it's $200 on average for millionaires and up, with an emphasis on, it's a progressive tax. If you make $1 million, I've decided recently that you should only pay like $50 a month. Excuse me, if you're only worth $1 million. If you're worth many millions of dollars, you should be taxed more until it averages out at $200 a month, which would bring in $60 billion plus a year, which could build 2 million tiny homes for the homeless. Just like that, in 1 year. Okay, we'd have enough money. And every year that program keeps going, food programs build low-income housing. Okay? The best way to stop these shootings is to tell people who I am, share, subscribe, comment, get the message out. The government seems to be ordering people not to get the message out. In fact, I'm sure they are, and that's not the right answer. Okay, the people need to take it upon themselves, Okay, you're dying from coronavirus, you're dying from gang violence, from starvation, you're dying from all sorts of things anyway. Why are you afraid to face adversity? Okay, the Satanists are laughing at you because they know that if you come together, you can face them. And they lust after you too much to, not come to the table. Okay, they know there's a bunch of gold diggers out there. They know there's a bunch of people that prostitute their children to get ahead. Okay, if you rise up and say, give this guy his rightful place, we want a moral order, they're going to have to come to the table. And this madness would stop. But if you keep playing stupid, the shootings are going to keep occurring. And they're going to keep sending messages to Satanists long after I die. Okay, and there'll be no one to be an intermediary between for you and God, because no one will be a valid martial artist. No one will be a valid warrior. Okay, you need to rally to me and give me my rightful place. Okay? And I'm not saying this with a speck of greed in my heart. This has nothing to do with greed, nothing to do with jealousy, nothing to do with desire for fame. Okay? I'm not big on the fame, but this is what must be done. Okay? And if it's not done, and I predict that you're going to keep ignoring me because you've been ignoring me forever, why wouldn't I be able to predict that, right? The shootings are going to continue. Okay? Now, I've been complaining about being fumed for quite some time. Okay? And he used a smoke grenade. Okay? You think that's a coincidence? It's probably not the first mass shooter that did that. Okay? And his look resembles mine to some degree. Association. Ever heard of that term, guilty by association? Okay? Association. She, shun. Association. She, alpha, shun. Okay? Foundation. Found, alpha, shun. Consideration. Consider, alpha, shun. Examination. Examine, alpha, shun. Okay? I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. I am the last possible representative of God due to tech, breeding, and ill-gotten gains. Last possible top martial arts. Last possible righteous person and the most righteous person ever, using a universal scale, which is the only just scale. It doesn't take King Solomon in his glory to figure out that I'm Christ. A spirit of power. A spirit of discernment, a spirit of a sound, morally precise path. That's the spirit God gives people. For the kingdom of heaven is not a matter of speech or scripture. It is a matter of spiritual power, martial power. And the word martial is marital scrambled for a reason. I urge you all to stop what you're doing and to rally to me and face adversity. Satan means adversary. Okay? The people in charge do not respect you because you're supposed to rally to me. And when you don't, they're going to keep torturing you. That's what the devil does in the Bible. The devil asks to winnow people and make them suffer if they don't come together in groups. And that's how this story ends on this trajectory, with you people not rallying to me. And then you and your offspring are sealed in being tortured forever. Look at Marquis de Sade, sexual sadism. Mark. The mark of the beast. E, effeminate, emasculate. E is an ancient symbol meaning for temple in the Middle East. Okay? Now, what temple? The temple, mind, body, soul, and spirit are connected. The temple without the spirit of moral precision from God. I know for 100% sure, by far, your best bet is to rally to me and to obey God through me. And the first thing I would do if that would occur is to form a moral council and have transparency, so you know by my works and my fruits, my deeds, and my arguments, and my actions, that I am who I say that I am. I am that I am. I am who I am and who I will be. I am who I am. I am what I am.